Okay, it's gonna be my barrel I'm gonna use for my putting my fire in on the smokehouse. I'm just taking a jigsaw and just cutting around the top of it all the way around it with a good metal blade, and I will cut that out, and then I will go get my pieces of pipe that I'm going to use, and whenever I get them back here I will show how I'm going to connect them up to this here barrel. Okay, I made me a line. I went up and got my pipe and made a mark around it. Then I cut me a hole out smaller on the inside, and now I've made a bunch of little splits here, and I'm going to try to take these pliers and bend these suckers up so that I can make bend them up so I can make a flange. That way when I set my pipe down on it, I can find a couple of these flanges and put me a couple of sheet metal screws in there to hold it on there to keep it from falling off or anything. Well, I got lucky. I didn't think this piece of pipe here had any kind of flange or anything in it, but it actually had a piece of other pipe that somebody had cut off before instead of just pulling it apart. So it made me a flange. It's an old piece. It's kind of rusted out some and everything, but it's good for me. I'm going to get it over there and cut my hole in the side of the building and get it all hooked up, and I'm probably going to go on ahead and build me a fire in there and run some smoke through there and check it all out. Okay, I'm just kind of throwing it together here real quick before I start screwing anything together or anything like that. And this here, like I said, this is just my dry run anyhow to kind of see what all I really need to do, if I really need to screw all the pipe together or not. I did go on ahead, done got me some wood in there, trying to get me a little fire going. Once it does get going good, or a piece of metal, throw over top of it to make it where it smokes instead of just flames up. I'm also going to put a piece of tin over the front opening here. Okay, this here's my dry run on the smokehouse. I guess we'll see what it looks like in there now. And oh yeah, you can see the smoke coming out. There ain't much heat at all. Evidently it's working right. It's just putting the smoke in there, and so as long as it stays cool like it should, I mean, you're going to get some kind of heat off the smoke anyway. But yes, it is redneck looking, but as long as it does what the purpose is that I wanted it to be, is all that matters to me. I'm mixing my ingredients for the bacon. I got my kosher salt or brown sugar.
I put a little pot down in there to keep it from sticking.
Yeah.
No, it's supposed to keep the moisture out. Okay, so you got a little bit of curing salt, some kosher salt, some brown sugar.
Now I'm gonna mix it all together.
Hey, there's all that bacon with the cure mixture on it. He's got that bagged up, ready to go in the refrigerator for 7 days.
I got my fire going out here in the smokehouse. I cured my bacon and all out. And I was gonna be some hickory in there that I'm smoking it with. And you can see the smoke coming out. I just got a frame built, a couple slats on the side, and got me some kind of big hold wire there, and built me just a rack for it to lay on, and that's how I'm smoking mine up. It's been on there for a couple of hours. I'm going to let it go for a couple more. Before we left to go to church this morning, I had taken it out of the plastic bags that I had it in, that I was curing it in my sugar and salt mixture, and I rinsed it off real well, and then I ended up putting it on kind of a drying rack type thing with a pan under it, and put it in the refrigerator to dry out and whenever we got home from church, I got my fire going. Then I placed my bacon in there on it. And I am big into artifact hunting, so I took off back through these woods here, back to the little creek that runs back here on our property line. As you can see, it is a very nice, very well made blade, and this one here will go in my collection with the rest of them.
So he's cutting off some of the end pieces and putting in a bowl over here. I'm gonna put that in the freezer and use that for seasoning and beans and seasoning things. Okay, there's the bacon. We're gonna put it in the freezer, and we're gonna cook some tonight. So here's a little bit of our bacon cooked up. We've already ate some, and we had some that was pretty salty. So we took, this is very salty right here. So we took and soaked a little bit of it overnight in water to see if that would take off more of the saltiness, because he did rinse it, but he just rinsed it before he smoked it, and then after he got it off of the smoker, he rinsed it a little more, but it was still this here that was pretty salty. So we took some slices and put it in the refrigerator in a bowl in some water overnight, and tried it again, and it's a whole lot better. So what we thought maybe we would do is soak the rest of it for 4 or 5 hours, and then we're gonna slice it up and package it, and it should be fine. But the first, just rinsing it off, the first of it was very, very salty. So the Redneck Smokehouse worked great, y'all. This bacon is delicious. Some of it was a little too salty, and we're soaking it, but what we had soaked and got more of the salt off of, the rest of it's delicious. Y'all give us a thumbs up and comment, and keep watching.